Okay, if you guys are joining us right now, use our affiliate link and do what we're about to do. And we're going to talk about some cards, about what we're buying up, what we're doing to grade. So if you guys have never done one of these things, bonus bucks are a great way to make additional money in the world of TCGs. TCG player does this periodically. 10% is usually the highest they'll do, and they'll put little caveats on it. So we're going to talk about the caveats and then how to do it. Now, there's some rules to this that we're going to talk about. Nope, this is not it. We have to click the see details. Okay, one of the rules we're going to talk about is we don't buy out stuff to manipulate the market. Okay, we're not looking to buy playables and like do crappy stuff. Okay. So it doesn't give us the thing. So more than likely it's going to be $50 as well. We can just assume that. Usually in the fine print it says up to 50. So we're going to test it. So we go into what we like to grade, and that is going to be primarily Dragon Ball. As you guys know, Dragon Ball is now not on the main site, which is fine because Digimon had more sales for Bandai. So that's fine. So we want to just do a search, and what I like to look up is SCRs. That's all that matters, okay? So we don't want to buy up and manipulate the market during this time frame, which is what a lot of people are going to do. So one of the things, for example, is, if you see, some card that's $2 that you think is going to be $5 and you want to make a ton of money, great for you. But we're not here to ruin everyone's day. We're here to make money off of the collector market. There's some cool things out there that we have access to that we want to look to see, hey, what's too cheap, okay? And so that's kind of what we start to look at. Now, for some cards, for example, you start looking and you're like, hey, this Vegeta is $241, okay? So you start to do a search, and this is a process. I just want to show you guys, this is kind of behind the scene of like, what's a good idea. So you type in, what's his name, SSB, Vegeta, and you just look up PSA 10s. PSA 10s are super easy to get in comparison. All right, we got an autographed one. It looks like it's like $350 is what people want for it, and we have a lot of them. So this card was graded in a very large amount because it's beautiful, right? But people aren't getting double their money for it. So we go down to sold just to see. Okay, and as of right now, now this is a PSA 10 for $285. You can figure out the math really quickly. That's a bad investment if you buy it for $241. Now keep in mind we're getting 10% bonus, so that's helpful. We like getting a 10% bonus, but that's not enough to make it worth it. Okay? Then we have cards like Secret Descendant Son Goku Jr. So beautiful card. This card was $15 at one point. You can see it just keeps going up and up for the market price. We've got a damaged one at $42. We got a few at $53. Okay? So we type in Descendant Son Goku, and we look up the PSA 10s as well for this. Now, PSA 10 is $202 with bids. Okay? So that's not bad. So 202, someone for as high as 400. Okay, so hey, we got a contender. So if we can buy this card at near mint for $58, we can double, triple our money. That's not bad, okay? Not amazing, but definitely not bad. It's a beautiful card. Now, if we could get this card cheaper, definitely interested. Now, Core TCG, generally speaking, is one of the better companies for doing this because they when they say near mint, they mean it. And so that's 100% who I'd recommend. So we're just going to go ahead and put 3 distant Son Gokus to test how it works right now. And I'm going to go ahead and pause when we get to the payment screen because I don't want to accidentally give you guys my payment info. Now I see an $18 bonus buck, so it's not capped yet, so we can keep shopping, okay? So I'm spending $180, but I'm getting back $18, so that's 10%. Now, I'm also going to get a subscription bonus because I am a subscriber to TCG. It's $6 a month. Highly recommend you do the same. It is not at all a bad idea. And for the most part, it's been worthwhile for me to do that. So we go back, we go ahead and we search once again under more. And hopefully we get back with Dragon Ball Super so we don't have to do this silliness every time. I do miss having this here, but they're probably not as worried about it as we are. But it's always good to be on the main page so that people can see it. All right, now we go back, we look. Now, to save time, we're going to look at low to high, okay? So we have, of course, this card. This card we're going to talk about because this is an interesting one. I just sold a pristine 10 of this for $600. Now, I have a bunch of this card. Now, I was buying them when they were $15. So we'll look at this one. Heroes Lineage. It sells for about $150 for a pristine. Now, if you figure out that math, that's 5 times what you invest, but currently it's 25 bucks. So you make around double to triple your money after fees. That's a pretty good one, and we'll show you that. Now, this one's looking really good if that's the real price. Frieza Army Reborn down to 30 bucks. Okay, now this one, not as excited about. SS4, this card was down to $18 at one point. That would have been one we grade all day long. Looks beautiful. It's a very fun color point. At 35 bucks, it's probably still worth it. Let's find out. Because that's actually a pretty low amount. So reason why we're going to do a search is it. And this is how I do what I do. So I'm just giving you guys a little bit behind the scene. If you guys aren't curious, you don't have to stay around for this video. It's not teaching you how to play. Okay, so now some people want $110 for it, and that's sold. That's sold. Someone paid $110. Now that's a big sign. That's awesome. That's crazy. So we want to type in PSA. So let's type in PSA 10 and see. Here we go. It's 141. Now that is a confirmed sale. So it's $150. The original is at $200. So at 150 bucks, that's a really good investment, right? Like, it's a Vegeta, so people like it. And so we see if somebody has a few of these, that is a good price, like a Core. Now, Core wants $50. Now, that is not worth the upgrade, right? Because they know what they're doing here. Now, these are going to be scary because we don't know who these sellers are, and they don't have a lot. Now, Champagne has a 96%. We pay attention to that because that means they've gotten hits 4% of the time. Core's at 99.9. Some of these are at, like, Aloha Card Shop, it's at almost perfect. So, with 10,000 sales. So we might, if we want to buy this card, we might buy one and add it to cart. So we're just going to talk about it. If you'll notice, I'm paying $4 more for the card because I want that money. And I don't have one. That's really the biggest part. Now, Son Goku and Oob. Now, if you look here, I was the one who bought a lot of these for one of my pool games down here at this price, and then more importantly at this price. So that's where I was, okay? And I bought them here. That's just I love this card, and I sell them for a fair amount of money. So if you look up near mints of this card, it's about $22. Now I'm seeing if anybody has a lot of them for a good price. Not seeing any. So it's a lot of small purchases. We don't want to do too many small purchases, but we can do a few. And then Core. Core's went up now. Core's kind of, it's not gouging. I don't know what the term would be because I love Core. Not insulting them. But Core is definitely trying to get the money because we just bought from them at $15 a piece or $18 a piece. Now they want $25. Well, nothing's changed in 2 weeks. There's no extra demand. I just have their cards. Well, so now they want to raise the rate because I bought all of them at once, which smart business on their part. So we might buy these up, but first we go ahead and see what Son Goku and Oob is at. And to give us an approximation of what we think we can make money on if we get it. Now, of course, we're trying for black labels. Keep that in mind here, guys. We're not trying just for a pristine. We want a black label. Now, somebody will buy an Oob for your money back if you get a 9. That's a great sign for us, okay? If you get a bad score, you still can get your money back. Now here, people are only paying for a PSA 10 50 bucks. So they're not willing to pay a lot of money for this card. They know it's not very rare. And then, if you see here, we have one at 90. So Oob, sadly, not looking like a good investment because we like this card. Now you see here, it was 100. That would have been okay. Right here, another 100. Because you got to figure the price of grading's gone up. So we can take Oob out of our market. We're not looking for him. Now, SS3 Blazing Fusion. Now, we just sold one of these for about 50 bucks. So I'm curious what the first edition is in comparison to the second. Some people are big fans of the word first edition. This was me. That's my sell for $102. So obviously not bad. I doubled my money. And that was back when I didn't pay very much for subgrading. And then if we look, that was a first edition. So now we see a PSA 10 is only $100. Oh, that's not much better than what I got. We have 41 bucks for a gem mint. Now that scares us. Look at that. That is a PSA 10. Now that's the pack revision. That makes more sense. So that's the non-foil version. Who wants to put up a foil version? Okay, so then it looks like we'd make our money back if we got it. So this is almost a freebie to try. Okay, so maybe we buy some SS3 Gotenks. So we'll see who's got some. And hey, look, Core's here. We got Core. We already said we like Core. Let's buy 2. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit of money spent. Now we are going to check our cart to see if it's capped, how much we're at that $50. Nope, we're just at 26 bucks in bonus bucks, and we're getting subscription. So we're good with it so far. Let's keep looking. Now, Frieza's Army Reborn. Now this card is doing very well on my current market. I'm going to show you guys some of them. And let's take a look. And this is all you have to do if you want to find out if you should grade a card. You just kind of like look. Now, this was, I think that's mine. It might be mine. I just sold one of these. We can actually click on it and see if this one's mine. High bidder. Does this say, where's the seller? Contact buyer. Let's just see. Oh, yeah. Ginger Fuser. Yep. So that was me. So we sold it for $83. Okay, so nothing crazy. So 83 bucks, okay? And that was for a 9.5. Now what we're curious about is what 10s are going for. Okay, now look here, 86 bucks. Whew, that is not a good score. 132 bucks, 91 bucks, 157. Now, if we take a look, let's just see if these are still doing well, okay? We want to see also what current prices are, would be the rest of how you determine comps. Because it's not just what previously sold they were doing. Now, this is mine right here. I put up a Pristine. Now, Pristines make a lot more money, generally speaking. The reason why is they're harder to get. Now, this is mine. It's at $152. And it's got 5 days left. I expect this one to go for between $20 and $50 more than this. Hopefully, this person doesn't win. I'm not a fan of this person from the UK. They are a different type of website, and they purposely basically buy stuff, and they take forever to pay. And that pisses me off. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't mind if you come to our store and get some great deals, but please do pay. We want everyone to be happy, and collecting should be fun, but pay your crap on time. If we could block them, we would, and I don't know how to do it. All right, now moving on, not whining. We're going to see if there's anything else we can buy up. Now, we're going to talk about one of my favorite cards in a second. Now, we're almost at the point where we start buying up Invader's Vow. We're not there yet, though. Now, Invader's Vow is rarer than Hero's Lineage, okay? However, it's a sideways card, and sideways cards have not done well tracking-wise, okay? When we click on Invader's Vow, we can see a sharp decline, okay? And look at how few are being bought. Now, somebody bought one at 39, someone bought one at 47. It's definitely not doing well. This card will probably continue to go down, and then somebody will be smart and buy them up. At 40 bucks, you're still not going to make a lot of money, but it's not that common of a card. So people do like Frieza. He's gaining popularity in the manga. So people are going to want a few of these, and they're likely going to be unplayed, which means it will grade well. But we're not there yet. We can tell this is going to keep going down. And the way you can tell is, look at how it fell off from when it first came out, and then it continuously keeps going down. This line, when it goes sideways, then we can say, okay, we've reached the bottom of this card. I'd assume the bottom of this card is 30 bucks. So if somebody sees this thing and they see they're at 30 bucks, feel free to message Ginger, and we'll throw you something. Okay. Now this one we missed out on. This is the Dragon Energy Balls. Great looking card. We didn't get a lot of these. Look at this card going up. We missed the window, and that's our fault. Look at how cheap this was. This was a $35 card, and then now look at the near mints. It's at 50 bucks. These people are being smart because look at how cool this card looks. If you guys have seen this in a black label, I would imagine it is fantastic. The contrast is going to look great, but even in a pristine, all that gold, we missed out. Because we don't want to buy it probably for $54, but we can check. So 54 bucks. Now, we do know we like it. Now, 54 bucks is not a lot of money, okay? We're not talking big cash here. We can afford it. We've won enough events or done well at enough events that we can say, hey, we can afford to play ball a little bit, right? Okay. Hey, look, there's my Baby Bajinimba. It's at a whopping $6 if anybody wants to buy it. Never grade non-main stuff. Let's say PSA. We'll type in PSA. PSA is the best indicator because there's always more data. Less people grade with BGS because they're almost double the price. Okay, so $108 for 9.5. That's not a very good deal. Another one, $150 for 9.5. So you make a little bit of money. Now the thing is, there's no tens. So we're gonna check for sold items. There we go, a 10, $130. Whew, that's so cheap. I wish I would have bought some of these. Now notice there's no BGS 10s on here. Sometimes they'll say it, so we can type in the word BGS, see if it changes. But that would be a great way to really tell. Now, BGS, generally speaking, sells higher by about 25%. So it costs you more to grade with them, but it's worth it because those subgrades are super relevant. All right, so Dragon Balls we can't buy. That's just a bad investment. Now, with long term, it could be a good investment. And we're getting down to the ones that I know, so don't worry. There's some stuff coming up. We're going to talk about these. Now, Vegito Warrior from Another Dimension. This is a weird one because this card is entirely too cheap. This card is cool looking. You can't see it. So we have to type in the regular version, and then, spoiler, we are going to buy this. So the reason why is, look at this line going down. Okay? Crazy low line. Because there's a few of these available, right? We're going to go these three. We're going to add to cart. And this card is largely unplayable. Okay? So we don't have to worry about somebody having like played versions. Add to cart. And add to cart. Now, it's a Vegito. Vegito is always a good choice, even if it is a Heroes version. Okay? Now, we have a little bit more data because we do this for a living. Now, this is the second edition. Now, keep in mind, second editions do sell for less. All right. This is sold at $120 for a 9, a 10, a 9. Okay? $200 for a PSA 10. Now, show you guys some cool news and why you guys should consider this card. That's my current auction. Look at that. People want this as a pristine for $365 so far. And somebody made us an offer on it that wasn't actually terrible. But it was less than what the current bids were. Now, sadly, look who it is again. It's this guy. We don't like him. But he knows hype. All right, so we keep shopping, we keep looking, and we keep checking our checkout. When we get to 500, I'm assuming is when it's going to cap at 50. And when we get to that point, we have to check out and then redo it, okay? Because generally speaking, they cap your bonus bucks. Now, this is the card I wanted to tell you guys about and where we're kind of going to end today. Oh, and by the way, hey, look at this. This is the same card we were talking about, the one that looks so pretty. People want $20 more, effectively, or $15 more for it being first edition. They look exactly the same. The difference is right here it says RE. Now, if first edition had a Pokemon stamp right here that looked like and made it very noticeable, totally worth $15. But that, if you figure out, is what, 25% more? No, we're not paying 25% more just for it being a slightly different print. Same card, we're good with it. Now, these two is where I think we make our money long term. All right. Now, there should be a Gohanks as well. We're going to look for Gohanks. He must be more money for his average. So we're going to look for Gohanks. Here's the original SS4 Vegeta. There's that distance. Miraculous, pretty low for how well these did. These graded very well. So we'll take a look at that. And then here's the Gohanks. Okay, so we got Gohanks. That's who we're looking for. And we're probably going to be done after that. So we're not looking to buy any of these ones that are 150 to 200 because we're kind of just buying a few things, you know. We're not going crazy, to say the least. All right, so you know, this one is the only one we could go crazy on. I always think this is a good investment to buy some. It's slowly just going up over time. People's have lightly played for a ton, and now $300 for near mint. That still might be worth it. We'll take a look. That's the only thing big. Now, look at this line, guys. Look at how cheap this card is. This is a very cool looking card, and the three go together. So what we're going to do is see what a PSA version goes for right now. Now, this might be a long-term hold because it's very cool looking. This may not be something that we sell right away. This could be something that we sell in the future. Okay, yeah, she's $130. Now, that's not a huge amount of an increase, but that's interesting. Now, here we have people are wanting 105. Like, people are definitely getting ahead of the fact that she's a cool-looking card. But she's meant to be a diorama to go with the other cards. So we want to go under sold. We have 130, 100, and 90. So it'd be like kind of like breaking even. So that's not very exciting currently. But look, I mean, to me that's just too cheap. So we'll grab a few. Because I really like these. Because we're going to buy a few. We want to make them into dioramas for people. Okay? We're not going to do anything too crazy here. We already got an item from Poke Scout, so we should have free shipping. But we'll see how that works. And Core has 5. That's interesting. We might buy cores. Okay, so let's take a look at Sin Shenron. Same concept, Corrupted by Darkness. And in my opinion, SCRs that are unplayable, we're not messing with the market. We're not doing anything mean. So I like to avoid being mean. Ooh, somebody got a crazy auction here. PSA 9 for $10. This is why you don't just put stuff for $1. Like here. That's just too low. There's no reason for this card to be that low. Okay, so Sin Shenron, super low. Super low, super low. So people aren't paying a lot for the diorama. That's good to know. Because maybe we're wrong. So now we look up Gohanks. Now, he is, of course, a Zeno card. Or a Heroes, whatever you want to use the term. He's from a different dimension that is not mainstream. We're Gohan and Trunks. Oop, wait, that is not what we want. Apologies. Looks like I clicked something I wasn't supposed to. Just happy didn't make anything weird. All right, cool. Let's see how this one's doing. Okay, so yeah, this is doing pretty well. We don't know what this offer is. We have to go to another site. But people are paying, in this case, this guy paid $112 recently for this card. Now think about it. On TCG Player, what can I buy him for? I don't even have to grade it. Like that's a huge deal. So let's take a look. I can buy it for $57 from Broher. Okay? Brothers. Broher. Keys. So we could buy this one right here. We could buy this one. Or we could buy from Core. Now Core, once again, they're always got to be a little bit higher. So we'll buy the Gohanks. If we can sell it for $100 on eBay, we should definitely look at grading it. That means people are excited for it. And it's pretty cheap. Like, it's a cool looking card. So we'll grab it. All right. Now we're going to do that test to see what I was talking about, to see if they are capping our bonus bucks. They're not. Okay, guys. No cap on bonus bucks this time, or we're not there yet. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we'll get rid of this. All right, so what else? Is there anything else we want to look up? So we could look up Ultimate Force just to see what a near mint sells for as a graded copy. Now, this is the first SCR that has ever been printed. Think of it like Charizard, okay? So right here, a PSA 9 is $300. So that means if we buy a near mint and it doesn't grade a 10, we lose a little bit of money. Now I can buy one for $102 still on eBay. So that means the TCG price is probably too high. And we're seeing a lot at $300. Now, this is why they're so expensive. Look at that price jump if we get a PSA 10. Huge price jump. 5 times the amount of money. 5 times. 9.5 only went for 510 because they didn't cross grade it. You look at these subgrades. Let's see if they would have got. Can't see the images? Weird. Let's see original listing. I just want to see the pictures. Here it is. Okay. 9.5. So this should grade. Let's see. Yeah, the average goes 10, 10, and a 9. So this makes a 10. Yeah, this would have graded as a 10. So this, in theory, at PSA, because they're not as hard on centering as well, this would have been a 10. So this person lost $1,000 by not cross grading. Hugely important to keep that in mind. So, oops. Gotta watch out in this market. All right, and then we'll just see if there's anything else we want to look at. I doubt it. We're already spending a lot of money, and the market's not as good. Now, Brawly. This is a bad card. Don't buy any Brawlies, guys. It's about to be reprinted. So watch out for that. Another card to watch out for is, of course, this card. People like it, but there was a lot of Cross Spirits bought. So if you want something really cool, though, I would avoid those two. And then Hyper Evolution are coming soon. No market price. And look at this, guys. Look at that. People are paying $300, apparently. Nope, it's just Core putting it up. All right, so that's pretty cool. Beautiful looking card. I hope this is the God Rare. We don't know yet, but man, if they made this, so the only reason I think it could be the God Rare is maybe they like take out the blue and the red and it becomes all gold. That'd look cool. Or like, and I guess that wouldn't look that good with the text in gold. I don't know how they would make this card look good, but I really want this to be the God Rare. This set will sell phenomenally if Goku's the God Rare. We already had a Vegeta. You guys saw how well that did. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and check out. I'm going to get my bonus bucks. My bonus bucks will take a few days to arrive, but the important part is now I'm going to get some free money for when Zenkai comes out. So I get to buy myself some cards, and then I'll be set. Now, what's really cool about this is, if you guys wanted to, right now, you could do it. Let's do a test. I'm going to take it out after. Let's look up a case. Zenkai. Let's just see what happens if I were to buy a case right now. It's expensive, don't get me wrong, but keep in mind, it is a brand new set. Let's just see if we can get it even on pre-orders. Yes, we can. Okay, guys, so if you want to pre-order cards from Zenkai and stores have them, you're getting 10% off in the form of bonus bucks. So, free money. Do it, check it out, and then if you guys aren't a subscriber, we don't do these kind of content very often. This is actually by request. Someone just wanted to know, hey, what is your thinking for this? And that's really it. So, you know, we just wanted to, you know, kind of just play around with it, and it works. And I just realized now that we're throughout this entire thing that my media source is not working for my YouTube. So that's funny, because I have this really cool overlay and not playing. So that's just embarrassing on my part. Well, hey, we fixed it now. So, hey, look, overlay. You guys can do it. So I'll see you guys later, and we're going to play some games today. I got the day off of work. And we're just going to hang out and have some fun with cards.